Hello Aquarius, welcome to June. And this is Teresa from Tarot by T, and this is your June Love Scope, your TarotScope for June for Aquarius. And before we begin, I'd like to bring in some good energies for this reading. Let's call in the good angels and positive energy so we get a good reading. And I want to say thank you for all your comments, and thank you for liking, for subscribing, for sharing. I hope that you enjoy these videos, and I wish you only the best for June. Thank you. And let's start this reading and see what's happening for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know about their love life in June? What does Aquarius need to know about their love life for June? May only the highest forces be present to ensure that the truth be told. What does Aquarius need to know about their love life in June? Okay, let's see what we got. 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups, King of Wands, 3 of Wands, Chariot, the 3 of Pentacles. This is interesting. Let's see. Okay, so you've got the 7 of Cups in the center, and it's crossed by the 3 of Swords. The 7 of Cups is about someone who is stuck in the choices. There are several options open to you, and you're not sure which one you want to take. And so instead of acting, you're kind of sitting back and thinking about where to direct your energy. And with the 3 of Swords crossing this, maybe you might be thinking about ending a relationship. The 3 of Swords is about cutting away whatever's not working. So it could be that if you're in a job that's not working, you may be thinking, maybe I need to cut some things out of my life, some people, or if it's a relationship, maybe it's just not fulfilling you anymore. You have a lot of career cards in this reading, so I think that the focus might be more on career than relationship this month, this June. But still, I think that you might be going through some transitions in relationships, where if a relationship is not working out, you might be thinking of moving on to someone else. Or even if you don't have someone in the wings, you're definitely thinking of moving away from something or someone that was once very important to you. You have the Queen of Pentacles in the past. That can represent someone who's very down to earth, someone who has a lot of talent, but maybe she doesn't have enough faith in her abilities. Now this could be a she or a he. This person does not really realize how talented she is, so sometimes she might doubt herself. And she has a hard time dealing with competition. Maybe out of insecurity, I don't know. The 5 of Wands, represents competition. It represents people that just can't work together because each person wants to do their own thing. And instead of them working together as a team, they're kind of each doing their own thing, and they have different ideas about how things should be done. So they can't get on the same page. So maybe you've been arguing lately over petty details, or you feel like that the people you're working with are not cooperating. They're not cooperative. They're not team players. And that's kind of upsetting to you. It's been upsetting because you're tired of competing. You're tired of fighting competition. You just want to get along with everyone. Aquarians are all about, what's good for the group. And they don't really get into petty arguments. They don't like to get involved in petty arguments. Their motto is the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one, It's like Spock from Star Trek. So this has been concerning you, the competition, maybe at work. And so it could cause you to think about the Eight of Cups is someone walking away from this competition. You just don't want to deal with it. So you're walking away and you're walking toward something that's more fulfilling. You're saying, this just isn't working for me anymore. I'm tired of having to fight over petty issues, and I'm tired of always defending myself. I'm tired of not working with people that don't like to play well together. I want something that's more meaningful. I want to be in a place that's more, that has more harmony, that's more welcoming. So you're considering that, but you're not really acting on it yet. You're just thinking about it. Maybe I need to go somewhere else. Maybe I need to search somewhere else for my happiness, for fulfillment. And that's what's represented by this Eight of Cups. It's a person that at one point this was a good thing and it was fulfilling, but now it's just not doing it for you anymore. So you're feeling like you need to go somewhere else, maybe move, change location even, to find fulfillment. Change career, change location, change relationship. All of these things apply with the Eight of Cups. And so in the near future, you have the Four of Cups. So there is something out there that's being offered to you. There may be an opportunity to partner with someone, this King of Wands maybe. But you're not sure you want to accept it. So there could be someone in the future, a relationship. There might be someone who's interested in you. And they may offer you the chance to partner with them, either in business or in a romance. And with the Four of Cups, you're not really sure if you want to accept this relationship, this offer. You're just, you're not happy where you're at, because the Four is discontent. The Four of Cups represents someone who's bored with their situation and not happy and feeling underappreciated. You don't feel that you are valued where you're at. And you're thinking, well, maybe I should consider other options. Maybe I should look for other places, whether it's another job or another relationship. You just want to be valued. You want to feel that you are welcome and that you're valued. And you want to do work that is not boring. You're kind of bored with the work you're doing. And you want to do something more exciting, more fulfilling, maybe even something that involves a spiritual path. So that spirituality. In any case, you want to do work that feeds your soul, that has meaning for you. You don't want to just do some routine task and get your paycheck. That's just not where you're at. You need to know that the work that you do has meaning and contributes to society in some way. And this situation you're in is just not doing it. So whether it's a relationship that you're feeling bored with, or whether it's a career situation, you're looking for something else. You're looking for fulfillment in the month of June. And it may involve severing ties with something that you've grown accustomed to, something that you once loved. But it's just no longer doing it for you, and you're just tired of fighting, and you're tired of competing, and it's just like, I've got to move on. So here's this King of Wands, and this person could be someone you know from work, because he has like this mentor. He's really a good leader, and he likes to help others, and he's very generous and kind-hearted. He could be a little bossy and outspoken, but he tells the truth. He's honest. King of Wands is always honest. Wands are honest usually. They've got an energy, a very strong energy, a look at me kind of energy. They have a presence when they come into a room. They like being noticed. They're not the shrinking violet type. And he's good with business. He's a good business person. So he could be a mentor to you. He could be someone that you work with, who's showing you, or you're learning from him in some way, or you're partnering with him. Or if it's a romantic relationship, he could have this fire energy, which could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's not necessarily, in any case, even if he doesn't fall into that category, and it could be a female if this is a male reading. But the personality of the King of Wands is someone that's outgoing and outspoken and honest and helpful. This person likes to help others, likes to share their knowledge, if someone doesn't know something, they love to train you, they like to show you what they know. So he could be offering you an opportunity in business or in love. Because here you have the Three of Wands, and it shows some kind of partnership coming up in June, where you might be working with 2 other people, and he could be a main part of that. And whatever you've been working on is going to start to show results, because the 3 always represents harvest. It's, the product of the 1 and the 2, and then they create the baby of the 3, or the result of that effort. And so the 3s usually represent you gaining something back for your efforts, or seeing results. In some decks, you can't tell from this deck, but in the Rider-Waite deck, for example, there's a guy waiting for his ships to come in, and you start to see the ships coming in. That's the imagery. So it means that you've put some energy out there, and you're working on something, and you're going to start to see some success, and you're going to start to get some recognition. You got the 3 of Cups here. The Chariot also represents victory. But the victory will come through discipline, self-discipline, and organization. You might have been scattering your energies over various projects. Here's with the 7. The 7 shows you contemplating all these different options. And so maybe you've been putting a little energy here, a little energy there, not knowing exactly where to focus. And so your results have been slower because you haven't really been that focused. With the Chariot, you have a dream, and if you want to see real success and real recognition, you have to just focus on one thing. You can't split your energies over too many options. You have to make a decision with the 7 of Cups. And that decision may mean cutting away if, whatever's not working. So if you're working on a project, if you're working on 2 projects, pick the most successful one. The one that you think, you really want to do, that's going to feed your soul. And put all your energy there. And you may have to leave some other things behind. You might have to cut some things out if you want to see real success. And that's what this Chariot's talking about. It's talking about gathering in your scattered energies, focusing on the one goal. And that could be in a career. It could mean if you're juggling 2 jobs, maybe you need to focus. You might even be juggling more with the 7. You might be juggling 3 or 4 jobs or 3 or 4 tasks. Maybe you can't do it all. We have a lot of talent. People who are talented, and Aquarians are usually very talented, they have abilities in several areas, but you can't be a jack of all trades and be a master. You have to pick one to really focus on and hone your skills. And that's what this card's about. This is about focusing and honing your skills. And then you will get the promise of the 3 of Pentacles, which is career success and recognition. So this could be a month where you do a lot of, you have to stop dreaming and start acting. You have to make a choice. You have to cut some things out because you don't have time to do it all. So cut some things out, focus on what you really want, gather in those scattered energies, discipline yourself, keep your eye on the goal, and you will achieve success. That's in career. In relationships, same thing. If you have several options, well, I like this guy, I might want to date that guy, I don't know. You can't date all these guys and have a meaningful relationship. Then you just have superficial, dates. If you want something stable and substantial, you have to focus on one. So you have to decide, do I want this offer? There's a person in the wings And you may already know this person because it's a king. It's not something new. It's someone you know already. So you have to decide, do I want to be with this person? Do I want to focus on this relationship? And if you focus your energies, you can make something of it. You can achieve success with it. And that might involve leaving someone else behind, because you have the Three of Swords here. So if it's relationship, you might be leaving one relationship and moving on to a better one. Something that's more fulfilling. If it's a career situation, you're going to be leaving certain goals behind to focus on the most meaningful one. And you might even wind up moving to a different area to do that too, because sometimes the 8 can mean moving away to a different location, leaving a location and moving on to a new location where you might be more successful, because the current situation is just not working. And you do have the promise of career success. It may not come until, this is usually a 3-month time frame. So if this is a June reading, September might be a month of change and where you finally start to get recognition. September could be the time when everything kind of comes together. So now you're making your decision and you're thinking about where you want to be in 3 months. And you're focusing on a goal that will come to fruition by the end of the summer, beginning of fall. So focus that energy. Take a tip from you've only got one major card in here, so this is the important advice. Focus and discipline. Call in those scattered forces and that scattered energy. Don't be stuck in the choices. This is a card of being stuck in the choices. You're never going to go anywhere stuck in the choices. And yes, you may have to sever some ties that will be sad. It'll be sad to break away from some things, from people and places and things that you come to know and love. But you're moving towards something better. You're moving on towards a more successful future. You need to share your talent. This is a card of talent. You have gifts that you need to share with the world. So if you're in a place where your gifts are not being valued and you're not getting the recognition you deserve, then you need to go somewhere where you will be valued and you will get the recognition and promotion. This is a card of promotion, career success, promotion, partnership, working together. So you're moving away from all this conflict and competition, and you're moving toward partnership. Cooperation, success, where people work together for a common goal and you achieve success together. Because that's what Aquarians love. They love group energy. They love working with groups. They're not so much about their individual recognition as they are with the success of the team. Leos are more about being noticed for individual recognition. But Aquarians, they want what's good for everyone. They're more socially oriented. So, and you can have that. Look at all these 3. Oh my God. Now I just realized 1, 2, 3 threes. And that's a card of birth. That's birth. That's working together in a team. You have success up ahead. But you're going to have to make some tough decisions. And you're going to have to sever some ties with things that you've grown accustomed to. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to look for success maybe somewhere else, somewhere outside of whatever you're involved in right now. But you will achieve success. The end result will be fine, will be great. And you'll be, probably when you get to this point, you'll be saying, why did I wait so long? Why did I sit here and think for so long? Because the end result will be something that you can be proud of. You will be finally getting the recognition you deserve. And that's always a good thing. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I wish you the best for June. Success. And you're definitely moving on to something better. So don't worry about it. Just go. Go. Follow that intuition. Follow that little voice that tells you, I need to move on. I need to go somewhere else. I need to achieve my goals and my dreams. And I need to be recognized. And you will be. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aquarius.